Surprise! We're back with a 4-core episode this time. There's no guests at all.
Did you miss us?
Did you miss this? Did you miss us? I don't know. Either way, you're getting it. Too bad.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well done. Yay. Anyways, we're back. I'm Devin.
I'm Mickey.
I'm Nand.
I'm Bren.
And let's talk about
Hot summer.
I mean, let's be real. Everyone definitely wants to hear about this.
Did you guys get hard at Hard Summer?
Nuts.
Oh, I...
bricked up. Sorry, we're PG. No, we're not a PG.
No, we're not. Shut the fuck up.
I think if you didn't get
PG
hard
podcast.
at Hard Summer, did you really go to Hard Summer? Or
Go hard or go home.
You gotta go hard.
Yeah.
It was hard. I mean, I feel like first, let's talk about the venue.
I actually liked it day 1. Day 2, I did not.
I'm the reverse.
Really?
Yeah, I'm the reverse. Day 1 was terrible. Day 2 was a lot better. I think it's because everyone had a better idea of how to like move around.
Yeah.
But outside of the people aspect of it, I really think that it was way too cramped. There was too many bottlenecks.
Yeah.
There was there was a couple open spaces in front of like the hard stage and the hard. I don't know about the harder stage, but the hard stage for sure.
The
there was
harder
open spaces.
stage was a bitch to get
A
to.
bitch from the green stage to the
Oh
harder stage.
my God.
Especially at 7 o'clock.
Especially day 2.
Yeah, 7
Yeah,
o'clock
you
day
remember,
2.
right?
Knock 2. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh
so
yeah. Oh, I
Yeah.
literally have a video of Jan behind me. She recorded me leading her through the crowd, and I was trying to say excuse me and like as much as I could, but at one point I'm just like weaving around trying to get through, ducking under a fucking tree.
It's like going up a river. Like it was trying to
really
canoe up a river.
fucking
It's because that's
bad.
where the crowd was for
Yeah.
general. So like
because it was ludicrous and then knocked 2. So that's why I was like,
It wasn't, I mean, it was bad. It was definitely bad. I think the venue itself and the setup they had was just way too cramped. And it just, personally, I think it allowed way too much of pickpocketing.
yeah.
Look, I can appreciate what they tried to do, but I honestly think that like the stages were not the worst. I think I really liked the green stage. The green stage
that was my favorite.
was great.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, I agree.
And I actually don't think the harder stage was that bad because of how open it was. It's just getting there, and I think the walkways in between, like we were talking about, and getting from the green stage to like the green stage and the harder stage are next to each other.
It shouldn't be that hard.
And it was so difficult.
It seeped, like the harder stage seeped through the green stage because you know how
Yeah.
there was like the gate entrances from
Yeah.
people were seeping through during Knock 2 set.
Yeah.
Like that's how big the crowd was.
That's insane.
I get what they were trying to do with like having all these walls and separation to make it like crowd
Yeah.
control, but the problem is the crowd is still really fucking big.
Yeah.
I think
So it was just triple. It's just 3 different bottlenecks. That's all you did.
Yeah, I think in a way, like it did seem like it was spaced out from like the maps and stuff, but I think they kind of oversold
They oversold it,
Oh, they
because
for
like
sure
they
oversold
you couldn't even
it.
get into VIP for the closing set on both days.
And you know they
Holy
opened
shit.
up VIP tickets again on day 2.
Of course they did.
Why?
Yeah, I don't even know.
I
Why?
think that's why, because like I heard VIP was just not worth it at Hot
Yeah,
Summer.
dude. I mean, like during Skrillex, like
Oh my god, he had a fucking
Wow.
slide
it was
over.
awful. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. We'll talk about that in a
I
second.
don't actually think like I went to the VIP for Skrillex. It wasn't hard to get to or get inside.
What time did you get there at?
Yeah.
Because
like maybe 20 or 30 minutes in.
We were still there at that time.
no, I think that's when we left. We were there for about 30 minutes, 20, 30. You probably just missed
You
us.
just missed it, but then you guys even went back because like Nia was like, guys, like I'm down to go too.
Yeah, but I went back to the exit though.
oh, okay.
Because if we would have been at the entrance, maybe we would have caught Nads too. But we had to, yeah.
You know, I stayed inside. I did
Yeah.
get like really good
Wait.
shrimp and fries though.
Oh, nice.
Like I got a basket of
Wait,
fried shrimp
that
and
means
fries.
that
It's
they
really
probably opened up the VIP again then. Because when we got there, they closed it off.
It didn't feel
Yeah.
that way.
It was.
I mean,
closed
honestly, when
off.
I was in there, it wasn't even that packed. I mean, it was all where people needed to be. It was
Yeah.
packed. But like if you went around left,
You
Yeah.
know what was my favorite VIP section was the Purple Lounge.
The Purple Lounge was cool.
Lounge was sick.
Yo, to get there
Yeah.
was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was. It
I
was
loved
pretty
how
cool.
it was inside
It's
and
like
it
a
was
hotel.
like
It
felt comfy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Oh
the
my God,
bathrooms were
perfect.
like pristine.
The lines were really long though for those bathrooms.
Oh, really?
You just
I think I just
reminded me
went on
that
a
we
good
saw
time.
Mark, and that still makes me really happy.
Oh yeah.
It was only for a split second.
Nand and I ran into the guy who's basically responsible for Nand and I meeting.
Oh yeah, you told me this.
Mark. Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah, he was just randomly
sweet.
so funny.
Very cute.
Yeah, at the Purple stage.
Parking
Dude.
was a bitch.
Oh
I
my
will-
gosh, Uber was a bitch.
Sorry, just one more person that I met that was really cool. Do you guys know who YB is?
YB?
Yeah, YB. Like it goes
From
from like
from
Try
Bu-
Guys.
Oh,
Try
for
Guys.
some-
Try Guys.
For
I
some
met
reason-
her.
Oh,
I met her at Hard Summer. She was with her husband. It was really fucking cool.
Cute.
Like I fangirled a little bit because I was like, "You're one of the people who
Like
was making
BuzzFeed,
content
yeah.
long before I even thought content could be a thing for me."
Yeah.
So it was just like really cool. I'm like, yeah, no, I think I liked. That's the one thing I liked about Hard Summer is like it really allowed a lot of people who wouldn't go to NOS or anywhere else.
That's
to
true.
actually
Because it's in
go.
LA.
Yeah, I met Diesel. Diesel was in the VIP. Well, not Shaq Diesel, but the guy who does the actual like he makes Diesel's sets.
Oh, nice.
He was just like walking. He walked through
Oh,
VIP.
cool.
Yeah.
Also
Yeah,
got to
Holo
meet
was
San
in the
Holo.
crowd too. Yeah, San Holo was in the crowd.
He
too.
remembers me as the one who was crying on video.
Oh, nice.
No way, really?
Nice.
That's
Loves my
You're that
energy.
guy who cried.
He was like, "I love your energy." I'm like, "I love you."
that's sick.
When you said YB for a second, I thought you said YG. So I was like, what? YG in the
Not
crowd?
YG.
Wait, whoa. Hello?
I think there was a lot of people in the crowd. Just it was so packed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The food was good though. The 2 times I
leaving.
ate was good.
That's good.
Yeah. the food was
I
good.
left early, so I didn't have to deal with all that.
Oh my god,
whole traffic
leaving
shit.
was a bitch. It was just like the NOS Center. Just like being like sardines leaving. Day one, I was drunk and me and Sean were just running through the crowd because we couldn't deal with it. But day two, obviously, like, you know, like we left at the end of the festival.
Yeah.
And like it took us how long to leave? Like maybe 40 minutes just to get out of the venue.
Yeah, I wondered, were they still doing the one entrance, one exit policy? for that?
They did that for day 2, and that was a fucking bitch.
No, it wasn't.
For day 2,
Did they?
Oh, yeah,
they
yeah.
had like one entrance to go in.
Oh, entrance, yes.
Yeah.
Exit, no.
Oh, they
I
had
didn't-
two.
I
They
didn't
had
have to
multiple
do two
exits.
Oh, I saw people walking out the emergency exits in all directions.
Maybe they just did it because they were like, whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
But the way it's built, like yes, emergency exits allowed everyone to leave, but then everyone still had to go in the same direction to get back to the main road because
Yeah.
like the way that stadium is built is very like it's in the center and then there's a long road and then these long roads and that long road and it's like cool. I need to get on the other side of this block, so
Yeah.
I have to go around.
I didn't like going to the venue day 2 because instead of cutting it through the street, they made everyone go through an alleyway.
Oh my god,
Like it was like a
annoying.
residential
Yeah,
alleyway.
Yeah.
No. But then when I was there, 2 cars purposely parked their car in the middle,
No
and we're like
way.
fighting with people saying, "You guys shouldn't be here." We're like, "Bro, the cops told us to be here." I don't know. So literally, imagine a whole herd of ravers. And the car's like this, and we're all trying to fit through this car and go around.
Oh my
So
God.
it took forever.
Also, you
Yikes.
saying that, so something I want to talk about is you don't see cops at like outside of these festivals. You know, I don't know if you guys ever noticed. You walk around, even when like you leave the venue, there's no cops. Out of sight, out of mind.
Really?
I saw a lot of cops.
I saw a bunch.
I saw a lot of cops.
I saw cops at every corner.
Yeah.
When you're leaving the venue,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not see any.
You probably weren't paying
Bryn,
attention.
we literally walked by a bunch.
No, day one.
Oh, day one. Oh, I don't know.
I was
wasn't
looking
there.
around day one. And I was like, when we were leaving, I was trying to figure out like where are the
Oh
cops?
yeah, we went. Tristan and I literally, we had our Heelys on, and we were leaving the venue, and we just Heeled into the road right next to the cops. And Tristan's like, "Yo, officers, you like my
No,
wheels?"
see me
that's like in the
rolling.
street. I mean, like where the venue, like when you're exiting the venue.
We were just on the corner right outside the venue.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot.
What's the name? Like Figueroa?
Figueroa?
Yeah, it was on the corner of Figueroa.
or Flower? It was
Or
one of
Flower.
those.
No,
I think
it wasn't Flower yet. It was Figueroa.
Oh, okay.
That's where the cops were, and that's where the walkway still was. So it's like it's that point where people turned left and they'd have to go like really, really far north. But then we decided to take a right and keep going down to Flower, trying to get another car. That's when we wheelied away.
That's so crazy. I was like looking for them and I did not see them. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
No, there was a
Wow.
good amount. I thought the security was actually very good,
Yeah.
considering
There was
the
metal
metal detectors and
detectors.
everything.
There were
I
metal
love
detectors.
that.
Yeah.
But some of the security was
Some
just a
of the
little too
security
anal about their
Oh.
job.
We're assholes. So I usually, as a lot of you guys know, I bring protein bars into the festivals, and one of the lady that we got on day one made me throw out my Bear Bells protein bars. She's like, "No candy," and then Niall asked me to stash his protein powder in my bag as well, and they found it, and they like
They thought it was drugs. Oh my god.
And I'm like, "It's protein powder," and they're like, "Oh, you can't bring it in," and then they just throw it away. And Niall was pissed.
Maybe you should use stash boxers from Rave Essentials.
yeah.
Wow.
No,
Yeah,
but
stash
these
boxes.
are like, have you seen like Niall's
you
bag
have,
of
like-
protein?
You have like a pockets and you zip it. And
Yeah,
I'll
but like
swear it.
this is how
like
big.
this is how big the
What
thing-
the?
Also, I
You've
have
seen Niall. How much protein
That's
do you think
true.
he needs to take?
Right.
I think the best course of action on that is to just like scope out, who the security people are.
That's what I do.
If you get a chill security
Yeah,
guard,
I
then
always scope out like the most chill security guard. I'm like, I'm going to you.
Just look in the lines and look at who is like, like being anal and like checking.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of times they have their those security guards, they have their boss like going up and down the area. So like if you see another person walking up and down, you want to like go to the furthest one from that. So
Or stashes. The stashes.
Yeah, or the stash boxers.
But you know what I
Stash
do a
boxer
lot?
from Rave Essentials.
You know what I do a lot? Because long hair. I have a hair clip or a hair claw. I'll just like hide whatever I need to hide.
We also
in
have a
my-
scrunchie.
Have you ever put a protein bar in your hair?
I have.
wow, free promo.
It won't work right now just because my hair's
for
too
day
thin.
2,
But like, if your hair's thick enough, yeah, you can hide some
funny
stuff
as hell.
in your hair button.
One of the funniest shit that I saw day 2 is we were going through the entrance and getting our ticket scanned. A guy tried running in. He like tried bolting through because he didn't have a wristband. So he tried like bolting, and then security got him, grabbed him, and started carrying him out.
There are a lot of people who tried to sneak in.
Yeah, people were trying to jump the gate when I walked around the entire festival.
those videos.
Yeah.
I saw Cupid's post.
Yeah. I
Someone
think-
with chairs was like hitting.
I feel like it's the venue because I feel like all the security was very intense at this.
They were intense.
I
this-
shouldn't be laughing, but it was
No.
just like the
The
They're
Alley
very, very
Memorial.
intense.
Yeah.
That's so
Because
true.
I've been there for a soccer game a while back, and even then the security was just so intense.
I like that it's intense just for it gives me such a
Yeah.
peace of mind.
I like that it's
Yeah.
intense because I know I'm not doing anything, but it's just so I can laugh when I'm like, damn, why are you beating that person with a goddamn chair right now?
Did you see the video?
Like,
Yeah,
I
I
can
saw the
laugh
video,
about
yeah.
it, but like, damn.
I shouldn't be laughing. It's just like, when I saw her pick up the chair, that's when I just
Also, like,
I
buy your
lost
ticket,
it.
guys.
Yo.
Just
Oh
buy a
my
ticket.
God.
What's his name?
you know?
Dana White. I think he needs to hire a new security for the WWE.
Oh, Dana White. I know, for reals.
Honestly, you should
I-
not be sneaking into festivals.
Yeah,
Especially because, like,
it's
buy
not
a
worth
ticket,
it. It's not
like-
worth it.
And EDC
Well-
used to be at this venue, and like some shit went down, like someone passed, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why they.
and that's why they canceled it. And now that it's back, don't ruin it for everyone.
Yeah.
Like, it's back.
And like even if you can't afford a ticket, the festivals will always be there. You don't have to go to every single one. It's
Yeah.
just like
I will say just to comment on the security too. I just want to give a shout out to the security guards at the hard stage. So how it worked for Skrillex was we had a group. We had multiple groups that we were with, right? So we had like half in VIP, and then we had half who had GA. So we went to Skrillex, and our GA group, I was kind of like rave daddying our GA group, and I was like,
You were rave
okay.
daddying?
I was rave daddying our GA group. I was
that.
taking up Nand's role
I
because
could
Nand
see
wasn't
that.
there. So I led us. I was like, okay, so the plan is we're gonna try to get to Skrillex as early as we can to like get a spot up next to the VIP rail, so that way we can meet up with our VIP fam who was in VIP, right?
That was impossible.
We got there, and then the problem was, well, we got to Skrillex a little bit early, but then people had to go to the bathroom, so we had to wait, right? And then by
Rookie
that time,
mistake.
people were all flooding in already, and so we tried our absolute hardest to go up as far as we could, and we could not get past like the first row of
But you did it. I don't know
speakers.
how they did
Oh,
it.
we did. And you know what? I'm so sorry if you were if you were one of those people that we kind of had to like squeeze by. I know I said, excuse me, I'm so sorry,
But,
to
like-
as much as I can.
Yeah.
But if you were one of those people, I'm so
Dude.
sorry. Like I really tried to like be
it
polite
was just
and everything.
it was just a lot. I mean, I said
we were like literally like this.
I was
So-
like, sorry, excuse me, sorry.
I would say this, like, there's a video I made. I was like, always say excuse me, but that doesn't give you an excuse to still push.
Yeah.
You know, because there's some
Yeah.
people who will push through and they'll be like, excuse me, sorry, pardon me, but they're pushing as they go through.
Yeah.
I'm like, just because you're saying, excuse me, doesn't mean you can just still push people.
Yeah.
But also on another note too, like when you do get pushed, sometimes it's not always like someone else pushing you; it's them getting pushed
By someone.
into
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like just be like, try to be understanding, like when you can. Obviously say sorry, say excuse me. But anyways, back to the story. So we were able to get up to the very back of the VIP rail. Once we got there, we're still sardines. Like we couldn't go
You
up
guys
any
are like
further.
this, yeah.
But we managed to spot Niall with his fucking orange hat.
Yeah.
And I was like telling the security guard, I'm like, grab him, and they like for like literally 5 minutes, they were like,
Yeah, no, I got
Yep.
so scared because the
And
way he
like-
was looking at Niall, it's like, I was like, are they going to try to kick him out right now? Like, what
Yeah.
is Niall even doing? Niall was just like standing like recording. and the security guard is like, him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, What do you mean
Oh,
him?
because I was pointing
Yeah,
at
and I was like, Niall, like, let's go, Niall. Like, I don't know what
Like,
you're trying
no,
to
we
do.
gotta go. He keeps looking at you.
That is so
And then we
funny.
turn around and I see you guys are like, ah.
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And then I just politely asked the people that were next to you guys. I was like, hey, like, these are our friends. Can we please stay next to the rail?
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I just see Devin like this.
Okay, yeah. So basically, I had a VIP ticket, Michelle had a VIP ticket, and then the rest of our group had GA, right? But because we were so squished up next to the rail and all these people, we were like, I told Michelle, I'm like, we should try to just like find a way to get in. Like, let's just ask them nicely and say like, hey, this is our situation. We have VIP vans. We're eligible to be in here.
How do you think we're gonna like get out of this crowd to get inside?
Yeah,
you know?
and so at first they were like, no, we can't. Like, there's because if you start doing it, then other people are going to start doing it. And so
Makes
I was
sense.
like, that makes sense. And I'm like, okay, well, what if we like slink over? Like, what if we like
did
not?
that. He did
What if we like
what if we're not obvious about
Yeah,
it?
what if we like not make it a big deal and I
What
don't
if
like
you
step?
don't look and oh my goodness.
I
Yeah.
was giving him the puppy dog eyes.
And the
I swear
guy
to God.
wanted to, and he was just like, "Yeah, it's like our boss is like over there." And then,
What boss?
And then
Where?
like no, and it was so funny because we were talking to one guy, and then the other guy comes over and he's like, "What's going on? Like, what's up?" And then I tell him the story, and he's like, "Same thing." He's like starts looking, and he's like, well, I mean, just don't make it obvious, And then so I like slinked over, fell on the ground, right? And then I like looked over, and then Michelle's like, all right. And then next thing you know, Dion like lifts Michelle over and like kind of like planks her over like this.
Yeah, that was sweet of
And
him.
then and then we looked. No one saw, or no one else saw, and then we were good.
Wow.
I did feel bad though because I think a couple other people came up and started asking the same thing, but I don't think it was because they saw us. I think they were just asking in general, and so it is a tough thing. I don't recommend doing that, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But I just want to give a shout out to the security guards because that was really nice of you guys, and the security guards, honestly, they don't get enough appreciation. I mean,
they
they do a
don't.
just
lot.
let the cameras know their name, the security badge
Yeah,
number.
Badge number.
Yeah, no.
What I do feel bad is like when people come up to me, they're like, "Where's the rest of the podcast?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
Yeah,
That
where is the
dude.
rest of the podcast?
That
Yeah,
is
where is
so
the
Where
rest?
where
Where is
are
the
we?
rest of the podcast,
Where are
Mickey?
Honestly, though, like I have no idea where you came up. You're like, oh my god, hi, and then I turned around and you were
I didn't
gone.
say
Every
all
time-
weekend at all. Not even one
Every
second.
time you see us together at the festival, it's all by chance. We don't
Yeah.
we don't plan it.
Well, with her at least.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But I understand you got.
This
you
one
got
was
your own
rough
fam.
though. This one
It
was
was
definitely
really
This
rough.
one was rough. Like usually, like I'm raving with Nand all the time. It was the first time I only seen Nand for like a second at a
Literally
taco
for a
stand.
second
At a taco
at
stand.
a taco stand.
Yeah.
This one was really, really rough.
Yeah.
But I think it's also like, and I this one's on me too. Is like I had a lot of friends who came to this festival because they live in the
Same.
city, but they don't normally go to festivals anymore or at all. So it was like I really want to go say hi.
Yeah, I was like with
I wanna take this
my
opportunity.
original rave fam because at least they had a totem, so I was like, okay, I know where they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I know.
And it was just rough. It was just this one was just really, really rough because
Yeah.
it was just so packed, and it's like, just funny joke. There's at least two people who were like, "You got enough clutch loops there?" Because I had like 6 clutch loops on me.
Get outta here.
I literally did. I had like
Yeah.
6 clutch loops and like I don't know. I just
clutch loop dealer.
Yeah, no, literally.
You don't have enough. 6 is not enough.
No.
Yeah, they're badges of honor.
Yeah.
Hey, they got collectibles now, honestly, so it's pretty
Oh,
cool.
like
Yeah.
the T-Rexes?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
only up for a limited time.
Rar.
You know,
Yeah.
the EDC ones, they're not up for sale anymore. You
Oh.
can't get them.
Wow.
Mhm.
Hype beast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Question for you guys. Top
Answer
3
for you.
sets of the night.
Top 3
Ooh.
sets.
Top
of the
3
night.
sets of the
Not
night.
2.
Knock 2.
Both nights. Both nights.
Oh.
On both.
I saw
the entire weekend.
The entire
Knock
weekend.
two.
I gotta say ISO
ISO and
EXO, Knock
Blank.
2.
Oh.
Blank was so
Oh,
good.
yeah, Blank was good.
Yo,
Blank was
I-
good.
I
think
can't-
so
Blank's
good.
my number 1, actually.
Yeah.
Blank was really good, but I only saw the second half, so I don't want to give it to Blank, unfortunately. So I got to see all of ISO XL.
Okay.
I got to see
ISO
all
was
of Knock
so
2.
good.
Chris Lorenzo and AC Slater. Did you guys see that?
I saw the first half of AC
so
Slater.
Good. I saw the first half.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, we were there.
So-
Yeah,
I-
I think we were there.
I wasn't with you. You guys were.
Oh, but we were at that stage. You guys left for a little bit to get.
I
I think
saw-
to get
Yeah.
drinks
No,
and
yeah,
stuff.
no, we were with Jan and Niall.
I saw
Yeah.
Frost Tip by accident, and I wasn't even trying, but I was like, Frost Tip's actually pretty great. Who was playing at the green stage?
I saw Space Laces for the first time.
Space Lace is awesome. I fucking love Space Lace.
Definitely
Yeah.
top 3.
I
Yeah.
missed it to
Yeah.
go get pasties.
I didn't see Space Laces only because I wanted to see Knock 2.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was at the green stage after I can't remember the names.
Green stage after which day?
Day 2.
Oh.
Day
I don't
2.
know.
Blank was there.
Oh, also I remembered.
After Blank.
Also I
After
Space
remembered.
Aces.
After Space Oasis.
Oh.
Want to throw in an
I don't know.
honorable mention to
Oh.
Netsky at the green stage.
I missed that.
Oh,
Netsky.
that right there.
Yeah.
That's my top 3.
Netsky, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's my top 3 for sure.
We had that moment when he played, or when they played "Let Me Love You," the graphics remix.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh,
it's
dude,
so-
I should
such
have
a
sent you.
good-
I just realized I had a
I
whole
know.
you
It's
dancing
okay.
video.
It's okay though. It's
Because like I
okay.
forgot, and I was like, I'm gonna post it anyway because I know he'd want this.
It's okay. The video that I took of us too was also cool.
Yeah.
Like,
Green stage played a lot of drum and bass.
They
Yeah,
did.
they
Yeah,
did.
Blake
They
played a
did.
lot of drum.
I think that's why I was at Green Stage
Yeah.
like most of the
Oh my
weekend.
God.
Wait.
At
You
Green-
were at Blank
I
Green
was at
Stage?
Blank.
Were you in the general crowd? Because we were in the general crowd.
I was in the general. I was like on the left side because it was so.
We were on the
We were in the
left.
middle.
side.
No, we were in the
hell?
middle.
No, it was middle left. It was middle left. It
I was
wasn't
there.
in the middle.
I was there the whole time. I was
We
having
were in
the time
VIP.
of my life.
Yeah, you were in VIP.
A Blank?
yeah, he
We
was
were
in
all
VIP.
at Blank?
Yeah.
Wow.
How? Why are we not all together? What
I don't know.
I think because we were
Well, I
general
walked
because we
in.
were with Michelle's. Group,
Yeah, I
and
walked
then-
in and I saw Devin. He was like, "Oh, everyone's over there," and I'm like, "I can't. I'm so sorry. Like, I just I didn't want to go into the crowd.
Oh.
I really
Yeah.
didn't. It was just
But
too
we had,
packed for
we
me."
had so much space.
You're,
Yeah, I
you're
had a
right.
lot of
You're right.
space.
But
It was.
even you agreed that like getting to it was gonna be a bitch, and I just didn't want to do that.
No, it wasn't that hard to get to it. I acknowledge that you probably still had stuff you had to shoot. So I was
Okay,
like,
that's why.
okay, that makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
go shoot it.
Green
you know?
stage had the best vibes.
The
I
vibes
agree.
were
The
there.
best vibes.
Yeah.
I agreed.
Vibes were sick.
I don't think I saw Pink Stage at all.
I don't think I didn't
I passed
either.
it a
I didn't
couple
see
times.
purple stage at all. Like the
Yeah,
actual
me
That was
neither.
the one in
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw Purple Stage at the end of
Yeah,
day
21
1, and that was
Savage.
pretty great.
21.
21.
Yeah, 21.
Yeah, lots of talking.
Lots of talking. Oh yeah, he just talks to us.
Talk. So did Kid
Yeah.
Cudi apparently.
Oh.
A lot of people didn't like Kid Cudi's set. They were like, dude, he just talked. The only hip hop artist I heard really good things from was Ludacris.
Ludacris. I saw.
Oh, well,
I
it's
saw the
Ludacris.
last 15 minutes of his set.
Yeah, but he played all his old stuff.
Luda.
I guess Cudi just was playing a lot of his. He's playing a lot of his new stuff, and a lot of people were telling me they're like, dude, just play your classics, like because you have
Baby?
to. No, Kid Cudi.
Oh,
Kid Cudi. So like people want to hear like Pursuit of Happiness. They want to
Yeah,
hear like
he
stuff
didn't
like
play
that.
Pursuit of Happiness?
I guess not.
Happiness and
I
I mean,
know.
I feel like he had to have.
He had
Like,
to
there's no
have.
way he did.
People were there just for that song.
Yeah,
People
but-
would be upset.
But you have to understand the crowd that you're. I feel like as a hip hop artist, if you are playing at a predominantly EDM festival, you have to understand the crowd you're playing to probably wants to hear the stuff that they grew up listening to, right?
Mainstream
Yeah.
shit.
If you're playing at like Coachella or something, then I feel like it's okay to play more of your new stuff. Like you should still have obviously a good balance.
Yeah.
You know, but I feel like, yeah, just knowing your crowd. So and yeah, when we were at 21 Savage, like he was playing some good hip hop and like trap stuff, but God, there was so much talking in between. I meant every time in between songs, make some noise for 21 Savage. Every single time.
21.
I'm just like, dude,
DJ Khaled!
we're a crowd. What do you think we're gonna do? Like in between
Another one.
It's like, dude, like just go to the next song, But I don't know. Maybe I'm just a
Honestly,
hater.
Imagine she's watching this.
I'm just a hater. All the hip hop crowd come after
To be
me.
perfectly honest.
Huh?
I wasn't paying attention during 21 Savage.
Oh yeah. Well, we were shooting content also, but
Yeah.
but I was still listening. The crowd was definitely a lot different.
Oh.
Oh, how was the crowd?
There
Like
was
a hip hop crowd. What do you think of hip hop crowd? Lots of recording, not as much dancing.
No
unless people were
way.
like fucked up, then they were like,
Wait.
Can't-
I forgot that's such a thing. Oh my gosh, a difference in like hip hop festivals and
Yeah.
the EDM is like people don't dance that much at hip hop festivals.
Oh yeah, they don't.
I guess it's been a long time since I've gone. Like Coachella, people were dancing. You
Yeah.
know, like people were recording at
that's like
Coachella.
pop.
yeah, but that's that was. I think that's just the sets we went to.
Oh, we went to the EDM
In
sets.
general, trust me, as someone who went to Coachella 4 years in a row, I'm telling you right
People
now,
will dance.
lots of people just sit and like record, or they stand and record.
Interesting.
Well, yeah, because like they're watching, like it's like they're all hail the performer. I'm watching
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
and only you. Versus an EDM, it's like I'm here with my
It's like a
friends to
concert.
party.
It's like
Yeah.
a concert
Yeah.
It's
because
like I know that there's people still record at EDM sets, but like people still like vibe and have fun and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
interact with
They do
each
both.
other.
yeah, I think because at like hip hop concerts, because they like pack, it's a different setting. Like a lot of times there's seats, right? And it's harder to dance when you're like at
Yeah.
the seats. Like even when I went to go see Odessa, we were at seats, so
Yeah.
it was hard for us to dance. It was
They're not
more like we were
built to
watching
be
a performance.
dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think because of that reason, that's probably why that is that way. A lot of those people don't go like. at least a lot of the hip hop crowd at Coachella, they don't go to EDM festivals as much, right? So they're not used to dancing like during sets and stuff. I feel like
I think that's
my
why like Hard
observation.
Summer is such a good gateway into the EDM world because you have like everything. And
Lately, it has been for sure.
Yes.
But I will say, like years back, there was only like a sprinkle of EDM in the
but then
Hardfest.
ever since like
Really, I feel the opposite. Because back when I first went to Hard Summer, it was I thought it was predominantly EDM, and I remember like the only hip hop artist I'd see on there was like Schoolboy Q or like
I'm just
maybe
I
Kid
guess I'm
Cudi.
remembering the first year because like Ice Cube was on the list and like among other hip hop.
Yeah, sometimes they'll have like one or two, but
I think it's I mean ever since Insomniac bought it, for sure it's become EDM
more
heavy. But before that, when it was the Hardfest only.
interesting. I would actually disagree with you on that. Who do they have? Was it last year or the year before? Or the year before they had 2 Chainz, they had Schoolboy Q, they had a couple other rappers.
I see like flyer for at least the past 3 years. So I haven't been to I've only been to Hardfest for like 3 years, and for the past 3 years, when they promote flyers out here in the valley, they promote only the hip hop artists.
even on the radio,
yeah.
like you're listening to the radio,
no,
they're
for
like
sure.
Hard Summers this weekend. You got acts like 21
Yeah.
Savage, and they only say the hip hop artists.
yeah, no,
no
100%.
EDM artists.
No
Didn't they
EDM.
have like Janaiko or whatever one year and like
I don't-
I feel like they
remember.
promote
Nicki
the
Minaj.
they promote the non-EDM artists more.
Because it's the mainstream
And it's
crowd.
sell
but-
tickets.
Wait, what
So
were you
what were-
saying
what were we
again
talking about?
Apocalypse? No, Nas. I would actually
Wait,
not
wait.
just the
Let's give
Olympics.
context to the camera though.
I'm gonna forget my thought. Can you do it quickly?
Context. Festivals are now moving to LA.
To add on to what you were saying about the Olympics coming, I would. Have we confirmed yet if Insomniac owns the Nas or if they have like a really strong
No, they just
partnership?
rent it.
Okay.
I think.
Okay,
Don't quote
because
me.
I do wonder, what if they're moving away from it so that they can establish all these festivals away so they can remodel the Nos Event Center.
That'd be cool.
Maybe.
You know,
That's
'Cause
a good theory.
Like, how are you supposed to like change this up? Because it's gonna take time. It's gonna take a
Yeah.
lot longer than a couple of days. So there goes a whole bunch of your festivals unless you've already pre-planned and like got them elsewhere. Because what's that big ass dome in Vegas now?
The Sphere.
The Sphere.
I think that is. I don't know. If
I
that's what
would
it's
love to go there. Oh my
So-
goodness.
Have you seen it?
Wait,
I saw it in
wait,
person.
before I
It's
lose my
huge.
thought.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That being said, why wouldn't other cities and areas be like, wait, we should do that too. We should build something new.
Yeah, because it makes more money for the city. You know,
Exactly.
they bring all these people in a couple times a year, hotels, food places.
Yeah.
They make so much money during those
Actually,
weekends.
now that you said that, it actually brings up a question that I'm arguing myself now because Vegas perfect for that, but San Bernardino.
They need
Yeah.
the money, if anything.
I mean, yeah, but like that means they're gonna have to build all these hotels. They're gonna like, and then the city itself will like want that. They
That's true.
already fight Glen Helen Amphitheater tooth and nail to make sure that it doesn't fuck with people.
Yeah, and
And
also
then that's like slightly
because
away
it's-
from the
that's-
city.
Yeah, and it's more near neighborhoods.
Yeah, that is true though. It is
Yeah.
more near neighborhoods. I feel like
Yeah.
San Bernardino, where they have the NOS Center, like the fact that they allow these events to go on until 2 a.m. I feel like they just rather have the money. You know, they're like, fuck it, let's throw these events here. Like, let's keep keep the people coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always wonder that actually.
I do
'cause
wonder how it works.
I personally like the events ending at like midnight or
I
11.
like
I like
it.
it.
Yeah.
Hate us if you want. I like it ending.
Yeah.
at-
I think-
we're just getting older.
If you want to
No,
party
actually-
more, you go to an after
Go to
party.
after. You
I was
have
about
more
to say,
time
like,
for an after.
I agree. I don't like 11. 11 is too early in my opinion.
Hard Summer ended at 11. Yeah.
11 is just too early because I feel like everybody's like, I don't want to go home yet, but I don't want to go like
But then you have
find
time
another
for the after
venue.
parties.
Forbidden Kingdom at 10.
Yeah, dude, that was
That's
so
hella early.
dumb.
Yeah.
Was it 10 or was it 11?
I think it
could've
was
sworn-
10.
Yeah.
Because
10 or
remember
11.
we were shooting something and we were like, then all of a
No,
sudden.
that was 11. That was 11.
Was it?
Yeah, because we thought.
Are you
midnight.
sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
10:30 maybe?
No, it was definitely 11.
I could have sworn.
Because don't forget, it's in Orlando, right? EDC Orlando was
I-
also 11.
I could have.
Remember?
I could have sworn we thought it was 11 and
No,
then they ended it
we
at
thought
10.
it was 12. I remember this.
I don't remember at all.
I wasn't there.
I'll have to double check.
You should have been there.
I showed up, but I wasn't.
Regardless, 10 or 11, way too early to end a festival.
I
in my
think midnight's
opinion.
perfect.
Midnight's
Yeah,
perfect.
midnight is perfect. 1 at the absolute latest. But 2, all right, like
Bye.
this is pretty
I'm
late.
going home. It's nap. It's sleepy time.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like I feel like once it hits 2, then you don't really want to do anything. You
Plus
want to just go
driving,
home.
and then
Yeah, you gotta
driving back
drive.
home.
And
And
like
by the time
I
you
don't
get
know.
home and get ready, then it's
Exactly.
3 or 4 a.m. Then you eat food, and
Yeah.
it's 5 a.m. Then it's the next day already.
I
And
feel
then
like
what are you even
I
doing?
feel like regardless if it's another day rave the next day or if it's Monday and you just go back to your life, your entire next day is shot.
I don't
when
like
you end
festivals that
at
are.
2 a.m.
I don't like festivals
That's
that are
true.
Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, because Monday is
agree.
work day.
Yeah,
I agree.
It just like it doesn't feel
No,
like.
I agree. I got a late start on my week this week because
Yeah, I just
yesterday
feel
was
like
recovery
I
day.
do.
Yeah.
I just feel like it just like pushes everything back from me.
It
Like I
does.
don't
Oh
like
yeah,
it.
my
It
yesterday
does.
was completely
'Cause, like,
unproductive.
Sundays
I
are
tried
supposed
so
to-
hard to do work.
Yeah.
I had a list. How many check marks do you think I put on
Because
that list?
you know,
None.
like
Yeah.
Sundays,
Zero.
Sundays are
Oh, wow.
supposed to be like your rest day, just chill.
Yeah,
I agree.
It's recovery day.
Yeah.
I do think they should be Friday.
But
Saturday.
nocturnal's a Saturday, Sunday.
See, it's so because this once upon a time when I used to like have like a 20+ person group of Ray fam, I always told people and people would always argue with me and then thank me after. Have a day after the festival. Like, yes, we're going to stay at this Airbnb, this hotel for like the 2 days of the festival. And then the third day, we have to stay there for one more day. So we don't feel rushed to leave. And then you can have like a nice little kickback with your friends, have a barbecue. Because like, let's be real, when you're at that festival, 20+ people, you're not sticking, like,
You're not sleeping.
you're not sticking together with these people.
Yeah.
So if you want to hang out with your friends, have like your day 3 at the Airbnb where you can relax, rest up. And then if you want, the day after that, you can actually go back into work easy.
I mean,
peasy.
yeah, that's like super optimal if you have a Friday Saturday festival for
exactly,
sure.
Yeah.
exactly.
But yeah, if you have if you have to recover on the Monday, it sucks.
You know,
Sucks
I
getting
was-
a late start to your
Yeah,
week.
I was up until 4 a.m. last night because had to get work done and I wanted to get work done.
Yeah.
And I woke up at 2 p.m. By the time I did my morning routine, it was 3:30 and I was like, damn, like
Yeah,
I need to do something today. So I just ended up staying to 4 a.m. and then my sleep schedule was fucked. And then I woke
Yeah.
up today like all drowsy.
Yeah,
My,
Yeah.
you too,
my sleep schedule's fucked, bro.
Yeah, it's hard to fix it. You fix it.
Grandma Mickey.
You fix it for a couple of days and then it goes back to shit. And then
Yeah.
you fix it for a couple of days and then you go back to shit.
That's how I've been. Like all last week, I've been sleeping at a good time, and then like waking up at 9 a.m. I was good, and then this festival happened. I'm like, fuck my life.
Back
I can't
square
even. I
one.
can't even
It's so
freaking
funny.
get up.
I can always count on Bryn and Jay usually being up around the time that I'm up if I need something.
Which is what?
Like I leave with you. I can count on like a
Sometimes.
75% that you're going to be up around 2 or 3 a.m. Jay is usually up at like 3, 4
no,
a.m.
I'm sleeping. That's
yeah,
my
no,
sleeping
you're asleep.
bedtime.
You're asleep, but Jay is not.
It's because I take an Adderall
Nan's
at like
asleep.
7 o'clock, you know? So
Wait, what time?
Nan's asleep
like
by
at
11.
3 a.m.
Nan's asleep
like,
by 11.
Yeah.
Well, I will admit sometimes I'm up until like 1 or 2 and I'll see a text message or something come through. If it's important, I'll respond. If it's not, I make that distinction of like I should be asleep because like I cannot respond to
Yeah.
this right now or we're going to have a conversation. That's the worst. Sometimes like I'll get a call or like a text and I'm like,
It
if
can
I
wait.
respond to this right now, we're going to talk about this
That's
for
how I feel
hours.
sometimes.
And I
Yeah.
don't like,
Yeah.
it's not that it's not important. It's that I think it can wait until the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also like our other editor who edits the social clips, all the music clips that you guys see. Shout out Robert, by the way, who does an
Shout out
amazing
Robert.
job on the social clips. But Robert's sleep schedule is like the opposite of a normal human being. So I mean, you know, he was up until 10 a.m. this morning, editing all of the effects for our Rave episode.
We appreciate you, Robert.
Yeah.
to get them
so
done
much.
early. Yeah.
I just
Wow.
want you guys to
Amazing.
know if you want to support us by taking care of him. Because my
Yeah.
God, there is no good reason that he should be up until 10 a.m. So like,
Well, that's just no, but that's his choice.
no, but that's what I'm saying. Like if we could like hire him full time, he wouldn't have
Oh,
to
yeah, that would
separate
be
his
great.
time onto all the other things.
Yeah.
he could just put his time on doing that in regular hours.
Yeah, I mean the goal is just so you guys have some backstory. Robert and I used to live together when I first moved to LA because the company that I used to work for. That's how I met Robert. And so Robert moved to Seattle with his girlfriend. So he currently lives in Washington. And so the goal is to be able to move him here so that he can become an executive producer for this podcast, and he can run the editor team, the camera team, and hopefully just the set design team. So So yeah, if you want to support us to make that dream a reality, then we have a Patreon.
Yes, subscribe to our Patreon. I was about to say it's the perfect time to promote it.
Mid-roll Patreon ad.
Yes.
But yeah, we do bonus episodes. We do exclusive content.
If you're not sick of us, we have more shit over there.
We're definitely going to be putting a lot more stuff on there. It's just it takes a lot of pre-planning to make sure, because we don't want to do something really awesome and then stop immediately because we didn't plan it out.
Yep.
You know. So it's like we want to be able to give you consistency in whatever new ideas and plans that we do.
Yeah. If you want to support us more, please check out the Patreon. And if I guess we could do the Patreon names at the end, but
we even do call-ins too. So if you want to sign up for a Patreon, we can call you guys and talk to you.
We'll be having one on this episode.
I feel so bad for the people. I forgot your names. I just did, but I met 2 people who are on our patrons at Hard Summer.
Me too. I met one.
I don't remember the names. I'm so sorry.
Me too.
And I also met at least 2 or 3 people that we shouted out with their comments, and they were really appreciative. And one of them was like, "You said my name correctly. Nobody does that." I'm like, "Yeah, it's because I'm Thai." Everyone says my name wrong. I gotta get it right.
I love that.
I forgot what your name is. I'm sorry.
I can think of some of the time. Christian95 always asking you
Christian95.
good questions, and market fluctuations. That's another one I remember.
Yeah, I know last week we got one from someone named Devin Larshire.
Was it about Cody Co?
The social clips is a nice segue to talk about why we're getting haters on our unreleased reaction videos on social media.
Oh,
yeah. Haters are motivators.
Oh my God. You just can't please everybody.
Okay,
no, there's no way.
To give you guys context, when we react to unreleased stuff, we have to talk over the songs because it's our genuine reactions. We want to show what we actually feel about the song.
Yeah.
Also, another thing is it's unreleased. If we play the whole song without us talking, it could get leaked, and we don't want that for our artists.
We want to take care of our artists.
Yeah.
That is actually a good tactic to be able to take care of our artists.
Yeah, so that is why we talk over our unreleased tracks. I know it could get annoying because you want to hear the music, but we have to.
It's not about you. It's about our artist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Protect the artist, man.
And also, as someone who edits, I edit all of the bass edits for the social clips. So how it works is I'll cut social clips out of the main episode, and then I send them over to Robert, and then Robert edits all the effects and he sends them back to me. When I edit the bass edits for all the music clips, I actually turn up the music so that you can't really hear us as much. Mm-hmm. And so just to see people still complaining about that, we are trying our best out here, So just keep those things in mind. There are reasons why we do stuff, and can't please everyone. So
yeah,
I'm sorry, but that's just the way it's going to be. It's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes,
Speaking of this, I just can tell you guys something that happened at a Hard Summer Day 2 after that just kind of made me bothered and a little upset, but it is what it is. I was trying to be nice to this person. I was on the phone.
Oh, this made me think of something too. Go ahead.
I was on the phone and I was trying to find everybody because I was like, I'm stranded in this moment. And there's clearly distraught look on my face. Mm-hmm. I'm looking down. I'm sitting and I'm looking down and I see someone's phone reach underneath my face like they're trying to take a picture. I'm bruh.
Oh no.
Are you serious right now? Oh, no. And I look up and he's just like, can I get a bit? I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm on the phone. Can you give me 1 second? And I could just see his face in his head, he's thinking, man, fuck this guy, and left with his friends.
I hope not, because I hope he was able to understand you were in distraught. It's valid
the
for
way
them.
he flailed his arms, I didn't give him the time of day, and just he didn't wait even a second. He just turned around and left.
Guys, we're human too. Okay?
Yeah, it's valid. Don't be afraid to come up to us. You never know the situation that we're in. But when
maybe
you see
not stick your phone underneath my face.
That's pushing it. That's pushing
literally,
it.
this is me.
Why can't I just envision it? And I just see a phone sliding. Yeah. But maybe he was shy. Maybe he was shy and he thought that was the best thing to do. On his end. But
fair. So if you're watching, that was not the best thing to do.
That was not the best thing to do. But we understand. But then when you see our reaction to that, obviously he was in distress. It's not personal.
Yeah.
He was going through something and he's human and
it did upset me though. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's because I was already upset. I wanted to take a picture of you. Of course, I appreciate you coming and wanting to do that. But I was literally lost and trying to find my people.
Yeah. And you guys have to understand, we're like also under a lot of stress at these festivals sometimes because we're trying to also like find our friends just like anyone else, but also we're making content, we're doing things, we're trying to be productive as much as we're trying to have fun, you know? So definitely read the room, you know, and that's the most important advice I feel like when it comes to interacting with us.
Because like we're really not trying to be mean, you know. It's not like we're trying to be standoffish. We're not trying to ignore you. Like we love and appreciate you, and like you guys are the reasons why we do what we do. But it's like again, like we are human, and like I have my moments where it's like I am just like really overly stimulated, and like I try really hard to like, okay, let me just not be overly stimulated, and let me talk to this person, but then I really can't, and then I come off sounding really dumb because I'm over here stuttering, and I'm like, you know what, wait, I actually can't do this right now, and like I've done the whole thing where I've told someone, you know what, I can't do this right now. I am so sorry. I am just overly stimulated. We have a great night. Blah, 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 blah. But it's not personal at all, you know?
I mean, people came EDC 2022.
I
literally threw up in public, like in the open, and two guys immediately come up to me right after. Yo, you're the TikTok guy. The puke is on the ground. I'm like, can you guys give me like 30 seconds?
They're like,
please?
your TikTok jokes make sense now.
I'm
It's like, oh, this is from personal
Nand's like, no,
experience.
I'm like, give me like 30 seconds to like a minute at least. Like, let me just recollect myself. I still took a picture with them too. I'm like, guys, I'm like dying. I'm like dying right now. Like, give me a second, please.
I got this TikTok comment because I posted a video from Hard Summer, and he was like, I wanted to come up to you, but you looked annoyed, so I did it. And I commented back, I was like, I was fine. I just have a resting bitch face. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so it's like we love meeting you guys.
Yeah, if you
like,
see me in public, I just have a resting bitch face. I'm sorry. I can't help it sometimes. I am not annoyed. You don't have to be scared to come up to me.
I will say, and I've noticed this recently because I haven't been drinking and or doing pre-workout or anything at festivals as of late.
Yeah.
So I get really hyper-focused in what I'm doing. I get really bad executive dysfunction. So that being said, I will be walking through a crowd and I'll maybe see someone like wave or make eye contact, but I keep going and my brain is just like
analysis paralysis?
Around.
A little bit.
Okay.
Well, kind of. It's like I keep going and I was like, turn around, go say hi, turn around. But my brain is still going. I'm like, why is my body not listening to my brain right now? Because my body is going to just continue doing what it wants to be doing. Yeah. It's like a disconnect. Like there's like it's like dissociated in a way because my brain is still aware and paying attention. Like, go say ho. Go say ho. Go say ho. Because the thing is, I'll see this a lot. Yeah. And because I didn't give them the reaction, they feel like I don't want to talk. Like I'm like I do. It's just like
Well, no, but sometimes when they go, you don't even know if they're pointing at you or not. So you just keep walking, and I'm like, and then you hear your name at the distance. You're like, wait, what?
Yeah, no,
and
that's the thing. When people say, that's the thing. When people say my name, that can pull me out of the.
But then I can't see their face because they're gone in the crowd. I was like, oh, bye.
Yeah.
I love the comments that are like, love the vids, man. Like that's
sweet.
Yeah. Just like,
I heard love the podcast a lot.
Yeah, that's
it. I have a question. This is from Daniel, Baseball Daniel. He asked me this question because he was curious.
What's up, Daniel?
He was actually genuinely curious. Do you guys ever get offended or that people recognize you for the podcast more than your creator?
No. I love it.
That's our baby.
Yeah, this is our baby, and it's literally a part of us, you know.
And I'm glad what we're doing is like it's spreading. Like if you hear podcasts a lot, that means we're doing something good.
Yeah.
So I don't mind.
I'm in the same boat. He was asking me because I think it was where did we go? Forbidden Kingdom. He noticed that people were recognizing me significantly more for the podcast than as Rave Dad, and I'm like, honestly, it doesn't matter to me. I love both, and I know they are doing something.
Yeah,
no matter what, it's you.
It's still us.
And the podcast is my baby. You know, like I created this with the three of you, 4 of us, 5, Robert, 6, Tony.
I think we are up to 7 members now.
It's like we're getting a Grammy, trying to remember all the people that
shout out to our creative director Tony. Shout out to Jay, who
Guys,
also works
it's
behind
not
the
just
scenes.
us 4 who do this podcast. There's like 3 other people behind the scenes that help us with all of this.
Yeah.
But that being said, I'm very happy, and I always appreciate. My favorite thing to hear now is always whenever someone says, "You guys are doing something no one has done yet," and you are
And then when it's someone who like works in the scene and
Yeah.
in the industry, and they're
Ground
like,
control or like,
oh
or
no,
also,
it's
like,
just
I
like someone
get-
who's been working for like 10
Yeah.
years.
Oh my gosh,
you
this
know?
ground control girl said hi to me, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, I love your outfit." And I was like, "I appreciate you for being ground control." And she's like, "Of course." I was like,
I had ground control definitely walk up a couple times like, yo, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing everybody here a service. And I was like,
Yeah, if you want to make us cry, the comments
wait.
like
There was also this one guy who came up to me during Blank Set. He's like, "Yo, Wonderly, I'm literally gonna watch the Ray Volpe episode after Hard Summer." And I was like,
come down content.
That's so sweet.
I don't think
come down content. That's a cool term, but I think it's much bigger than come down
Oh
content.
yeah, no.
you know?
But I just mean watching after the festival.
watching after
Yeah.
the festival.
it's
Yeah.
like lower energy,
Yeah.
like not like
Drive home, like
Yeah.
There, I don't think you saw it because you were shooting a video with Anna at the time, but this guy came up to me and he was talking about our podcast. And he was like, "I don't follow you. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't follow you. I don't follow any of you. Yet I know every single one of you. And I see your videos. I see the podcast pop up. It's just like, you guys are doing something right if every time you guys pop up, I don't follow, yet I still watch through every single one of your clips and videos and everything." And then he was like, you should know. Look around. Everybody who's here, that's because of you guys. Like, you guys are opening this up and bringing something to the community that they didn't have before, and bringing this community to
and it's
the
definitely
festivals. And I'm like, damn. He's like, why are you putting so much pressure on me right now?
but it's definitely all the creators in the scene too. So
Yeah.
anyone out there who's like putting out themselves and putting out
of course.
content, like you guys are all a part of of this movement of like bringing the
Yeah.
people into the scene
But
and
people,
teaching.
a lot of veterans hate that though.
They do, but that's why
Yeah.
we got to go about it the right way, where we teach people like plur, because
yep.
that's part of our culture. That's very big in our culture.
And
we
let's
just-
be real,
tips.
Plur is a lifestyle. The whole point of this
It
is
is.
they will take it back with them away from the festival.
Yeah.
They take it to
Exactly.
home. They take it to their schools. They take it to the Travis Scott concert, and maybe nobody will die next time.
we got comment. I got a bunch of comments from people over this last weekend of just like, we hear it all the time. Like I started raving because of you guys, and that's
the sweetest
that
thing.
is such a like.
I love that
That's
one.
such a
This is
powerful
another thing I
statement.
love. This is always say hello to people. Always be super kind and nice because it could be their first rave.
Yeah.
I saw this girl. This girl, she needed help finding something, and she loved the outfit I was wearing. We just chatted for a little bit. Me and her friend happened to actually know me and Kyle, Gargoyles content and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I traded candy with her, and she immediately started crying. She was like, "This is my first candy. I did like this is my first time ever. Like I did
I
Yeah.
love
because she
meeting
had
you
just turned
baby
18 a
ravers.
couple weeks ago."
I saw so many baby ravers.
Oh, at Hard Summer?
At Hard Summer.
Yeah.
They were all they were
They're
so,
all so
young.
young.
They were so
I think Hard Summer is actually a really good one for like.
It's a very good gateway because it's like the
Yeah.
end of summer. You're about to start school, so they're all like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, let's have one last rally."
Yeah, and the fall has fall has a lot of good festivals that come
Oh
up.
my god!
and
So-
it's during the day. I will say, like, as much as the heat sucks for a first time raver,
Yeah.
it's a lot.
It's
to,
a-
It
it's
is
a
a lot.
lot to be at a night festival.
Yeah, day
the whole
raving is a
time.
vibe.
It is a vibe.
It's a
Yeah.
vibe.
Honestly, I feel like everything's going in that direction now too. If everything ends at 11 o'clock, there's gonna be
I
a
don't
lot
mind.
of day
I don't
festivals.
mind
I
either.
don't mind.
I had a comment just on the creator thing too, because we actually got a comment on one of our, I think it was on one of our YouTube episodes, but someone asked what it's like being a creator, how to get started, and just what to expect if you are gonna try to become a creator in the space.
In the rave scene?
the rave
Yeah.
scene?
So did you guys have any tips on that?
Specifically in the rave scene, or can
Specifically in the rave scene.
specifically in the rave scene?
Well, I feel like starting off in the race scene would be a really great start, but eventually you do want to like branch out, because at the end of the day you are expressing yourself, and you are just more than a raver. You are like you as a person. But like when posting content, just start by posting yourself as vibe. People
Yeah.
love to see people vibe out and have fun.
That is definitely an avenue.
Yeah.
And like make content based off of your experiences. I'm sure all of us here do that.
I was gonna say yes, but I was gonna say figure out what works for you.
Yeah.
Like for example, I know Mickey does a lot of music related content. I do a lot of skit related content.
Same with me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And it's like, and then some people they literally just record sets. That's all they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
they
there's
do,
some
yeah.
people they
Yeah,
just.
Bryn does a lot of like on scene. She's going in the mosh pit. That's
Oh
like
yeah.
Bryn's thing.
Hers very like
Yeah, real time.
in
In
real
real
time
time.
POV. Like I'm vibing. This is what's happening.
Yeah.
And then some people they make music, or I feel like that's the thing is like if you're gonna do rave content, just know there's so many different avenues. If this one isn't working for you, try a different
something
one.
new.
You also want to have fun with it as well.
Yes.
So you don't want to be like, oh, I'm doing this and I have to post content. It has to be my job. Like, no, like at the end of the day, even if it becomes your job, you still want to have fun with it because like you want to be happy with what you're doing if you're doing it consistently.
Yeah, and do R&D. Like you should research
Oh,
and like
yeah.
look like what's like actually working. Like
Yeah.
just being on TikTok, as much as that can become an endless rabbit hole. You do want to look at what is working for other people, and not even just in the rave niche. You want to look to other industries and niches as well for inspiration.
A fun fact: when I first started, I think it took Devin like good 6 months to convince me to actually start shooting and making content because. I mean, I have a really hard time starting anything, but I was doing research the whole time. Like for that 6 months, I was binge watching every other creator's content, whether it was rave related or not.
Yeah.
Binging sounds and the hundreds and thousands of different ways you can utilize the same sound for your video. And then I think I stockpiled like a bunch, and then eventually Dan was like, "You just need a post. That's it. Like you've done the work." Just post. If it doesn't land, good, because it's not supposed to. It's your first video.
Yeah.
I think you also just to get in the habit of making videos, because even if like the video doesn't do well, like as you proceed to go forward, you start to find that passion and just start to find where you fit in.
And you learn from like your old content.
Yeah.
And that's how you improve.
Honestly,
refine.
sometimes
But even if you cringe, like you should embrace that
Embrace the
cringe
cringe.
within
Embrace
your
the
content,
cringe.
because
Shout
that's your
out Porter
creativity.
Robinson.
Yeah.
No, literally. And if people comment you cringe, keep going. If
Just
anything,
keep
you're doing
going.
something right
And-
because
and,
you're being creative.
honestly, sometimes the best videos you make are the ones
Are
that
the
like
most cringy.
they're
Yes,
the most cringe, because like
oh my
there's
God.
some videos, and these girls know, Devin knows, I've shot videos with them that I don't post for like 6 months,
that's
7
me
months,
too,
and
me
they're just
too.
like, whatever happened to that video? I'm like, I don't know, I don't really like it.
But then you post
and then I'm
it,
like, all right,
and
but
then
just
you
post it.
and you post it and it blows up.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. It blows my mind.
Yep.
Like those
All the
videos
time.
are always the ones that do the best.
Yeah.
And especially like because they cause discussion too. Like not in the negative ways, because like they're so out there, out of the box. People are like, whoa, I never like thought about it this way, and it creates a discussion. And then now people are talking within your video, and then now it's in the algorithm. You know.
I used to think our DJ fans videos were cringe, and then watching them back now,
Yo.
I'm like, actually,
I watched-
these are pretty well thought out.
They are.
When we watched them back at Forbidden Kingdom with Alex.
We did it again the other night
Yeah?
before you got to the place. Yeah,
I love our DJ fans videos. There's not a single one I don't like.
we're bringing it back, guys. Just so you know,
Yeah.
we are working on it.
It just takes time. I'm still in that mindset of like, bro, the moment we have some kind of funding so we don't have to stress about money a little bit, boom, time opens up and we can just focus on DJ fans. We can focus on long form content. Like the day we find a really good sponsor for this podcast and us as like creators.
Yeah.
Oh, could you imagine all the content and all the creative shit we could fucking do if we had time?
And actually, to relate it back to the original question of just what to expect if you're going to become a creator in the scene, That's
how you know I have ADHD. I forgot the question.
No, it's okay. It's okay. No, it's valid though. So the EDM scene is still, as big as it is, it's still relatively new compared to other industries.
Yeah.
And that said, there is not a ton of money inside the actual, a lot of these brands, these rave brands,
They're
still
smaller.
learning,
Yeah.
and they're learning.
You have
Yeah.
very few brands that actually are like up there and have the money to actually be able to take care of their creators. So that said, if you are looking to become a creator, just keep that in mind, because it is smart to still have a thing on the side for a while. I would say if you're going to jump straight into becoming a content creator full time, you better have a good financial backing. You better have a backup
gonna take some
plan,
time.
because it is going to take some time and it is going to take a lot of work.
Yeah, it's
And-
a long journey. We didn't we didn't get this like that.
No,
we had to work for it.
Yeah.
It
You
takes
need-
a while.
You need a side hustle as well.
And,
Like,
let's be real here. Even when you do get to that point in a content creating career,
Yeah.
you're probably gonna fumble some of these deals and then realize,
Yeah.
oh God, I
It's-
fumbled this deal.
It's a
Yeah.
learning.
Like
you learn every time.
And we still aren't like making some of us are still like just barely getting by and everything. So it's like you have to be smart. You have to have a plan going in. Don't just jump into it.
And honestly, learn from your mistakes, because you're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna say something stupid or make a video that you didn't like, and you're like, well, I can learn from this one and do better. Or you're gonna have like a business meeting with some brand that you might work with or somebody who might pay you, and then you're like, you fumble it, or maybe you don't fumble it, and it could be better next time. Like, learn from every single experience, good and bad.
Yes, and just my other big tip is, like any other industry, if you are going into content creating, period, you are going to get hate. You are going to get hate. It is a requirement.
Yeah.
If you have to have thick motherfucking
there
skin.
Is
it's gonna come.
It doesn't matter what industry you're in, what niche you're in. We could say plur all day. We still get hate all the time.
Yep.
Okay,
You cannot read your comments. You cannot let your comments get to you. Anytime like at least for me, anytime a video passes 100K,
you're
gonna get haters.
There's gonna be something really in it. It's really rarely when I do have a video that pops off and doesn't get any hate, and it's usually the ones that just have a discussion and they're talking amongst each other. But like people comment on like my appearance, people comment on my body, things that like you can't even change, and just because they're hating, projecting, and like it's usually the accounts that are like have 0 followers or following no one. They're hiding behind the screen,
upset with their life.
So it's like there's no need to even get bothered by that, because at the end of the day, they're going through something, and you shouldn't let that affect you.
Haters are basically a requirement if you are going to be a content creator. And honestly, I think it's you can look at it in a good way, because honestly, if you are getting hate, it means you're doing something right. In all honesty.
You guys just made me think of one video that I have, and I'm like, I'm curious if I have any hate on it, because it's just such a silly, wholesome, dumb video. So it's the one where I'm like screaming at the sky, and then like it's raining, and then Jose comes and gives me a hug. I wonder if I got any hate on that one, because that one always I'm just thinking about it right now.
I do want to note, I mean, obviously, like because I kind of agree with Bryn too. Like, you should have a filter on like what comments you read and stuff like that if you are getting into content creating. But at the same time, like if there is a piece of content that you make and the majority of it is like not good, and the feedback is there, then you should listen to it. But it's a skill that you have to develop, being able to define between like, okay, people are just hating on this for no reason, and also like, okay, you know what, maybe I shouldn't have posted this, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
I still get offended sometimes.
Sometimes
sometimes I still get offended, but in the end I just choose to ignore it. It's fine.
You guys ever delete comments?
No.
Sometimes I do. If you comment something nasty in my post, you're getting deleted. First you're getting restricted,
and it's
and then deleted just so you could still comment and you could boost my engagement, but no one will ever see your comment.
I do want to say, the
reason I always leave them is because I've definitely turned haters into fans. It's happened.
I want to say,
I just restrict them.
I do want to say though, comment on that, like to anyone out there that's like, oh well, someone's deleting their comments and stuff. It's our video. Like we can do whatever we want. It's our platform. So if you're harassing us, like you're going to get blocked. I'm sorry.
I do not take a negativity. I don't claim my energy. Your energy can go.
We had someone turn that.
I have 2 thoughts just because I don't want to forget them. One of them is it was about comments. What were you saying?
I was just saying that if someone is harassing us, then we have the right to block them.
I know Devin, and I know sometimes when I get offended by a comment, I don't send it, but I will just type out a response.
I'll
type out an angry response.
Guys, how good is this clapback?
This clapback though, right? And then I never send it because I'm like, I don't want to open up the world for that. Second thing, and this is the advice for creators. Devin gave me this advice a long time ago. I still use it to this day. Subvert expectation. Learn what that means, and it will help your content like 1,000-fold. Because that's the attention span of humans, and so subvert expectations is whatever your video is, it obviously has as people watch a video, it's very obvious where it's going. That's usually a story or a thought or whatever. It's very obvious where it's going.
Setting up a joke.
Exactly. But then at the very end, it's not what you expect. And that's what a subvert of expectation is. And that's what always cues people into like, oh, that's funny, or oh, I didn't think about
Like
it
a
like
little
that.
plot twist.
It's a little plot twist,
Yeah.
exactly.
A great way to do that actually is to watch stand-up. I think stand-up is a great way to kind of get a good
Yeah.
idea of how the structure of setting up a joke and being able to basically pull
Yeah, you
your
get
audience out from under the
inspiration.
rug.
I get inspiration from things that aren't even like rave related.
Yeah.
But then I
All the
like
time.
Yeah.
You know, I wish Matt Rive's show wasn't sold out.
I know. I want to go see it so bad.
Can we all go? Dude, I love
Yeah.
him.
I love Matt Rive. He's
Matt
so
Rive.
good.
So great.
hilarious.
Yo, if you're watching,
Manifest It podcast. All right. Well, now we'd like to take a second to have our first call in. So as we mentioned earlier, we have a Patreon, and on our Patreon, we have different tiers. Well, in one of the higher tiers, you actually have the ability to call in during an episode. And so we are finally going to be implementing that today, and we're very, very excited to do that. So we're going to go ahead and give our first caller a call, who is...
don't introduce.
Oh, okay.
Because I think we could talk to them, and that'd
Yeah,
be like a
you
really
do
cool
it.
thing. That's
Yeah.
what I thought. Like we call them, and then they're like, "Yo,
I just met
introduce
you.
yourself." Blah blah blah.
And
Yeah.
this is crazy.
Crazy, but here's my number. So call me maybe.
The other one.
We're going to keep this about a 15-minute segment, I think.
Hello.
10, 15 minutes.
You guys hear it?
That long?
No.
Me, baby.
Not here.
Hello.
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 Hello, Mr. President. Mr. President.
Hello.
We have called Mr. President. President Scotty. What's good?
I'm doing pretty good. How you guys all doing?
Great. Yeah,
Hey,
Scotty,
so
can
you're gonna be our very first call-in. Please introduce yourself, as we all keep calling him Scotty. But I feel like just for those watching, like Scotty is one of our patrons, and he's actually a really good friend of ours as well. So this is a great experiment for us. But moving forward, we wouldn't know the person's name. So
Yeah.
that being said, and you let us know, is this like a cool way of us like reaching out? But like, hey, please introduce yourself. You are live on the I'm Peaking podcast.
So I'm Scotty, which is my nickname. You know, I actually, my real name is Scott Kransky, but I always go by Scotty in the scene. And I've been
In the
raving
scene.
now since 2019, but only seriously raving since 2021.
There's a
when
difference
I
between
joined
raving
House
and
of
serious
Horror.
raving.
Yeah, there's a difference, you know. There's casual raving, just getting brought out by friends, and then there's becoming obsessed with it and going to a rave every single month like the degenerate that I am.
Scotty, go ahead. Sorry.
How's your wallet doing? You know, going to raise every month.
You know, it's a question of you just got to have really good planning, and you just got to cry yourself to sleep sometimes.
I'm really see that's a great example of subverting
Real.
expectations.
Real.
You know, he's like, you thought he was going the wholesome route of like, you know, just plan it out and you'll be okay. No, plan it out and cry.
It's balance. You need that balance.
Yeah.
Scotty, I know that you are a bit of an older raver, and but you're
Is
new
he-
to the scene. So I wanted to know actually if you have any tips for some older ravers out there.
The first thing that I would say is just show up. I think that there's still a lot of like stigma out there. I think amongst the older generation that, oh, I'm too old. I can't do it. I can't keep up. The younger ones are going to look funny at me. And I think that's completely wrong. It's funny. I've been raving hardcore now for a couple years, and I have never had anyone ever bring up my age like in a negative way.
Yeah.
It's never happened. In fact, I get more comments the other way being like, oh my God, you're still doing this? You mean I can still be raving in another 10 years and it's
love
going to be
that.
great?
I love that.
Scotty,
I-
if you're comfortable, can you tell people your age?
Yes, I'm 38. So,
Oh, that's right.
Which
Yeah.
38, which is actually crazy because when I tell people my age, I found out, oh my God, you're 38. I'm in my 40s or I'm in my 50s.
Yeah.
And then I've never met those two older ladies that you kind
Oh,
of
the
see
great
like
grandmas?
TV and stuff.
Grandmas.
The grandmas. I would love to meet them and kind of pick their brain a little bit. But
Yeah.
yes. And so that's what I've definitely found out is there's a lot more of us out there than you think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do know that a lot of, as of late, recently, a lot of ravers have been coming back into the scene. I do
Yes.
recall, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told you guys about this, but I guess, you know, our audience doesn't know. At Day Trip, there was a mom, and she's like, you know, I your podcast made me feel comfortable enough to want to go back into raving.
love that.
Yeah.
And like feel safe enough in this community, and like
Yeah.
because she has a child, of course. Like I'm sure she got a sitter, or maybe her husband's looking after the kid
Are
or
we
whatever.
talking about the same lady? Probably.
Probably. I would not doubt there's more than one mother out there who has decided to go back into
Yeah,
raving.
a bunch of parents after they have kids, they like wait a little bit till like kids are older, then they come back.
Yeah.
I would.
I mean, Nand, do you
Yeah.
remember that, Scotty? So there was a couple. When Nand and I went to EDC 2021, there was a couple. The first people who recognized us when we were walking up to the venue was this couple. They were in their 40s. I think they were like 45, and they said that they both work from home. They have a kid, and during their off time, they would watch our DJ fans videos. And they were just talking. We had just done the Deadmau5 one like not too long after that, and so they were like saying that they really loved watching our stuff during that time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just really cool that like the content has so much reach to different demographics.
And they said they were watching since like I don't know 1990,
Yeah.
some shit like that. I'm like,
They were showing us
you've
their
been
kid.
watching this shit so like you've been like raving since before I was born, and you're telling me that the content I make today is relatable to
Crazy.
stuff that
That's
you were doing
crazy.
before I was born.
Yeah, nuts, absolutely nuts.
Well, I think the best story I've ever come across about somebody that I met in the scene that was like in their 40s was actually, she's a mom, and she was telling me a great story about how she was a raver when she was in her early 20s and got out of it, and then got back into it in her 40s after her kid was a little bit older. Well, then all of a sudden she was having this huge argument with her daughter one day. And just because she'd been raving for a couple of years, as the argument got worse and worse, her daughter said something and she screamed back at her, "Oh, that's totally cap. That's cap." And her daughter was like, "Excuse me?" And the mom was like, "Oh, sorry, that just slipped out." And then it started a conversation. "Mom, how do you know that lingo? How do you know that slang?" And then the mom confessed that she was a raver, and then she found out her daughter had been going for the last year to underground raves in their city, and they shared that in common and didn't even know it.
Oh
and
my
now they go to rave
gosh.
together.
Oh, wait, that's so cute. That is so cute.
That is.
And it all started
wow.
because the mom was a raver and she was picking up on the lingo and kind of surprised the daughter. I thought it was a really cute story.
That's so cute.
Yeah, we actually ran into an older lady who was in her 50s on our flight to Breakaway, who was also flying to Kansas for Breakaway to go see Grizz. That was like that was her top.
Grizz is so good.
Yeah, no, but it was
I love
crazy. She was
Grizz.
like super like she's like this older white lady, and she was just like, yeah, like I'm a big fan of Grizz, and she didn't know who some of like the younger artists were. Obviously, she didn't know who like Noctu was or anything.
I mean,
like
Noctu
that,
is
but-
literally a
He's
child.
new.
yeah. I wouldn't expect her to,
Yeah.
but like it's really cool that like older people are getting back into the
I love
scene
it.
that way. Yeah, I mean, music is such a universal language.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I just hate how people think that ravers are like outside people think that ravers are, just like degenerates who just like spend their money on like
And do drugs.
Dude,
and
Yeah.
stuff.
my favorite videos and content is always like, you see like the degenerate raver in their full getup and having a great time.
Yeah.
Switch to they're a lawyer or a teacher.
A doctor.
Yeah.
Something like
Doctor.
that. I enjoy those. I feel bad that they can't make content like that sometimes because I've heard of people getting
Yeah,
fired
yeah.
once their job
It's so
hears out about it,
unfortunate.
which is so unfortunate. But it's just
Yeah.
like I love seeing those videos. I love seeing
Because
like
they're real and they're
Yeah.
very relatable. You know?
Yeah.
Well, and I think it's super important too. And I think the biggest benefit for people that are a little older getting into the scene is that, older people like always seem to feel like, God, I don't feel as connected anymore. I don't feel like I'm in the know as much anymore. Well, the best way to stay in the know is you got to stay like connected to the younger generation. And
Yes.
so you got to go where they are and experience what they're experiencing. And I think you would find a bigger, deeper appreciation for what they're going through. I mean, we could solve a lot of our country's problems if we like just sat down and would talk to each other and be like,
Period, Scotty. President Scotty.
Scotty
Let's
for
go. What did I
president.
say? What did I say? President.
Scotty for president.
That's some great advice. Oh my God, that's some great
that-
shit.
that-
like,
seriously.
still we need to get these like 80-year-olds out of office. I'm just saying. Sorry, like 80-year-olds still
Wait, we
need to not be
get
in
all
office.
these people out of office. They're talking about aliens right now. Have you guys been seeing that? They're talking about like
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, they've been talking about
They
aliens
just
for a minute.
confirmed that aliens exist.
I think they're trying to hide. I think
They're hiding shit.
They're hiding shit.
They're hiding shit.
I don't believe.
I mean,
I
it's
don't
also
believe.
like I've done my research too. Like it's radio waves. It's just radio waves. They're not. We have not seen seen a physical form yet.
Makes me excited.
For sure, like we're not the only people out here. But at the end of the day, if they're on a live television,
Yeah.
telling the
That's
world,
the fact-
aliens are
sketchy.
here,
That's some
that's
sketchy
shit. Like,
I will agree with that. The fact that it is being broadcasted and shown means they want us to focus on this
On that,
instead of something
something's
else.
happening.
But you know what the irony is? A lot of the reactions have been, do I still need to pay rent?
Literally.
Valid.
Like quite literally, the reaction to the confirmation that aliens exist has been so lackluster because everyone's just like,
Okay.
does this affect my daily life?
Yeah.
Does this affect whether or not I
It's
can
like,
eat my food?
should I care?
No, exactly. Quite literally, and that's the thing. It will not affect us currently.
Yeah.
With the amount of evidence that is shown, it will not affect us in any way, shape, or form. So why do I care?
Yeah.
How did we go from the raving to aliens?
Yeah, let's reel it back in.
welcome
'cause
to ADHD podcast.
I think, Scotty, so I had a question too, just in extension to the earlier question of like, what do you recommend to older ravers going to raves? But like, how do you also, take care of your body? Because I know, as we get older, our bones and our joints become a lot more stiff.
I'm gonna be transparent with you guys. I'm 28 and my chest, my sternum has started popping.
Yeah, I had blisters this
I don't
weekend
know
on
what's
my
going
feet.
on. Like it's been like this for maybe 6 months for me. And I'm trying to like figure out, like everyone's telling me it's normal as you get older, and I'm like, I understand that.
I don't want it to be normal.
But like when I like if I lean back in just the right way, maybe I can do it in the chair.
Well, Scotty, what do you do? What are some tips that you got? Nand needs some help here.
Yes, so that's a good question. So it's actually funny. So what I do, it's actually really, really important. You got to take care of your body going into the rave, at the rave, and then after the rave. So what you got to do is, please, for the love of God, people, I don't care if you're 21 or 81, eat a meal before you go to the festival. Eat a meal. Yep. Start pre-hydrating before you go to the festival, and then drink while you're there. Lots and lots of liquids. Water,
here's
people.
Here's the response a lot of people are going to give you. Yeah, but I want to get drunk faster. If I eat, I won't be able to get drunk.
Yo, shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
Eat your food.
Exactly. See, that from Rave Dad. Just shut the fuck up and eat your food.
I gotta say, because Scotty knows, because we were together on day 2, and I went into the VIP section and I bought 2 orders of the tacos to bring back to our squad that was in the GA crowd at Knock 2, right? And I sat, because I came back, I brought the tacos, went back to VIP, came back, no one had eaten them. Because everyone was like, they were not hungry for obvious reasons. But I sat there and I said, at least to the guys, I said to the guy, at least to the guys in the group, I'm like, no, I know none of you have eaten. You need to eat right now. Eat, just eat something,
Rave
right?
dad.
Eat something. Yeah. So I also
Devin's
forced.
the rave dad.
Yeah. So I also
You raised him well.
and I did it.
so proud of
I
you.
did it with them, and so all of us forced at least one taco down, just so we have some substance.
No one gave you an applause yet. I'm giving it to you. Good job,
you.
Devin.
Thank
Good
you.
I'm
job.
so proud of you. I'm tearing up thinking about this.
It's
Thank
so
you.
important. You got to eat like during the festival, and then you got to take care of your body after. Get lots of rest after the festival. But I think that what's also
Getting
really
rest
important
before the
too-
festival too.
Take your nappies.
Yes.
Oh my God, I
Yes.
made that mistake this recent hard summer. I only slept like 3-4 hours before day 1. It was an accident. I wasn't trying to do it. It just kind of happened. And during the festival, everything that would normally not bother me more. So I got bloated from food. Normally that wouldn't bother me so much, but because I was lack of sleep, I was just getting affected by that bloating feeling so much more than normal. And I was like, I feel sick.
That does happen when you're sleep deprived. You just get bloated. You put anything in your body.
Yeah.
And because the thing is, I knew how to eat. So I forced myself to eat. And in a normal situation, I would just be fine. But no.
Yeah.
Well, I think too, another huge benefit to raving, especially if you're older, like if you're north of 35, I think it's a great way to find a way to get motivation, or it's a great way like to kind of just expand your horizons a little bit. Like, for example, if you're somebody that's like, well, I'm 35, I guess this is the body I'm going to be stuck with for the rest of my life and all that kind of stuff. No, start going into raves, and you're going to start seeing that you have all this motivation to like want to improve yourself, whether it's mentally, whether it's physically. And what's really amazing about our scene is just how open people are and how willing people are to help when it comes to like trying to improve yourself. Like you can walk walk up to the most jacked muscle dude in the world, and there's a 90% chance they're going to be warm and welcoming and want to give you like advice or stuff like that. And I don't know any other scene that's like that. And with all due respect to some of the other party scenes out there or just other ways you can socialize, it's just not that open, and it's not that forthcoming. And if you're a girl that's also like north of 35, I know that for women it's really challenging also, because they have body image issues that come into play, or they start to think that because they're past their prime, no,
you are welcome.
You are welcome. Like come see the fashion, talk about fashion.
All fashion for all sizes, all bodies.
You can wear anything you want. Like, there's no need to wear, two-piece bikinis. And
you can still look cute and be modest.
You can wear anything you want. That's the beauty about the rave scene is we all appreciate anything that we wear, because at the end of the day, you're expressing yourself, and no one's gonna question the way you're expressing yourself.
100%. Yeah, and I want to take a second there too to shout out Scotty. I want to shout out like you and your fitness journey as well, because ever since
we've been there since the beginning.
Since you did come into the rave scene, like you've been making like amazing progress on your physical journey. Please tell everyone how many pounds you've lost.
So since I joined the scene, so it was in two stages. So when I first joined the scene, because it's such an active scene. Anyone that's been to a rave from open to close will tell you burn calories, and so just that positivity and all that got me to lose about 30 pounds in the first year that I joined the scene. But then once I anniversaried that, I was like, I think I actually want to take this fitness seriously, and look at how just like the dancing and the positive image and just the confidence has been boosted. So I went to some of my friends also in the scene who are in really good shape, and I said, hey, what do I got to do in order to get like in the direction that you guys are? And they gave me a meal plan. They gave me suggestions. And I think, what was just crazy to me was once I went on like their meal plan and I really went to the gym consistently, I lost 40 pounds in the next 60 days.
Oh my God. Good for
you.
And the mindset that you had just getting into it definitely is what helped get you there.
Insane discipline.
So much discipline.
Proud
you really wanted it, and you got it, dude. That's sick.
Yeah.
Well, and there's nothing more encouraging too than when you have somebody that, that's walking around with like 9% body fat, or maybe if they're an amateur bodybuilder, and they're coming up to you, tapping you on the shoulder, being like, bro, every rave, you look better and better. Yeah. It's like, I can think of no better motivation than that. That's what keeps you going, and be like, I'm going to be ready. Wait till you see me at the next rave. Another 5 pounds gone. I'm getting that body fat percentage down another 0.5%. You know what I mean?
Gives me goosebumps.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
I love it.
That was definitely when I first started. That was one of the biggest motivators I've ever heard. Is like saying like, dude, did you get bigger? Like, coming back to college and like, whoa, have you been working out? Like it's a huge motivator. And I love that the scene is so expressive of those things. We're so supportive of that, And
I actually got to give you, Devin, a shout out, because it was actually funny. Here it comes. So at the Florentine's Day event that you guys hosted, by the way, if you had the chance, be sure to attend these guys' events. They're amazing. They're a lot of fun. A little plug. There you go. A little free plug for you guys. I started, it was actually right after Countdown. It was the day after Countdown that I was like, hey, I'm not a big believer in New Year's resolutions, but it was like, hey, you've had a really good year. You joined the House of Plur, made a lot of friends, and lost some weight. How high can we take this, basically? So it was right after Countdown that I was like, I'm going to go on these meal plans and all that kind of stuff. And then you guys hosted the Florentine's Day event in like the middle of February. And Devin was one of the first people. I was literally at the event, and Devin pulls me to the corner and basically says, Scotty, you look really good. And you look like you've lost a lot of weight really fast. And so Devin was the first to notice. And then literally in the subsequent weeks after that, it was like every week, like 2 or 3 more people were noticing. But Devin gets the credit for being the first one to notice. Scotty. Yeah, he's like, Scotty, what are you up to right now? What's going on here? And so Devin noticed.
Yeah, dude, you've really put in the work, and I think if there's anything for anyone to take away, like one of the things I've been preaching a lot lately is just building healthy habits outside of raving and festivals, so that you are able to sustain yourself for longer. And as the older we get, you know, the harder it gets to do that. And so
Vitamins too.
Yeah.
You need to replenish your body with vitamins.
The more you take care of yourself
Yeah.
outside of raving and festivals, the more you build good habits, you build good discipline, your body will thank you, and you'll be able to do this for longer.
And
you know?
party harder.
Yeah. No, but seriously.
Yeah,
No,
no,
seriously. No, I think, that's a big part of it too. Is like, it's whatever your motivation is. You want to stay in the scene longer. You want to be able to party hard. You just want to look good. You want to build confidence. You know, health is a great way to do that. If you take care of your mind, you take care of your body, you take care of your body, you take care of your mind. So it's just super important. And I think ladies also out there, take that advice also, because ladies, get into the gym, you know, exercise, you know, get yourself moving, because that's super important. And every study they've done on fitness shows, if you're in better shape, you tend to have a better mood. You tend to have a better libido. You tend to have a better, like, you're able to solve complex problems faster because it's all connected.
Yep.
I agree.
Yeah, no.
Amazing advice.
Very, very, very great advice.
For sure. I feel like all it comes down to, like, and this is my personal the thing with like fitness and food and everything, is like just making sure to build the good relationship with food, with fitness. Because like there's a lot of people who will work out and they just hate it, and will even if you're doing it consistently for years, you're gonna eventually not want to do it because you hate it. Build that good relationship with working out, with food, with your body in general, and then you'll just do it because you want to, not because, oh, I have to go do this.
Yeah, or my perspective on it too is just like when you truly build a habit out of it, it just becomes part of your normal routine. And then when it's part of your normal routine, you don't even think about it.
Yeah,
you know?
you necessarily don't have to be weightlifting. You could try any other avenues,
any kind
like
of exercise.
you know, like boxing or swimming, or running,
jump roping. I see a lot of people jump roping.
Is sick.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Niall saying that, like literally Niall himself will say raving is the best cardio.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
literally.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's so many different ways to do it. And just, you find what works best for you.
Mm-hmm.
No, absolutely. And it's all about, just find a rave fan that supports you. And that's another tip that I have too, is that if you're worried that you can't get into the scene because you don't have anyone to go with, okay, so here's what you do. You just show up to a rave all by yourself, and then find one of these like rave communities, like whether it's the House of Plur or some of these other communities that are out there. Yeah. Show up to one of their meet and greets or their rallies and just start shaking hands and kissing babies is what you got to do. You know what I mean? That's what you got to do.
Put yourself out there.
Yeah.
I still remember.
You got to put yourself.
One of my first raves, I was solo for 3 days. I met a bunch of cool people and definitely made like new connections, and it's been growing ever since.
Yeah. Scotty,
absolutely.
Scotty, last question for you before we have to go. What were your top 3 sets of this weekend? Hard Summer.
Oh, that's really good. Okay, so Space Laces was amazing.
Okay.
Even though the crowd was really, really cramped, I mean, it was the first time I ever saw Skrillex live. And so, that's a magical moment.
I remember you told me, you were like, you're not going to miss that. You're going to be there no matter what it takes.
We were, but it was
seriously, I was sideways. I was standing sideways with one arm in the air, my other hand holding a drink, like all cramped in there. But you know what? I was Skrillex and I could see him. I could see that hair of his like flopping up and down. And I was like, it's Skrillex. And I think the third one I'm going to go with, I think Knock 2 was really, really, really good too.
Of you,
exactly.
That's my baby.
Yeah.
No, that was that. It was. So I would say Hard Summer was definitely a great experience. I mean, I thought it was a little bit more crowded than I would have thought a venue of that size would be.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, the venue wasn't that big. Like if you if you really think about it, that venue, they just built it in like a Z formation. You know what I mean? Like it was in the shape of a Z, where like you have to go around these corners to get from point A to point B.
I think it was big and it wasn't big. Yeah. Like it's like contradictory.
The map made it look big.
The map made it look big, but because of the way they built it, they utilized every inch of space as walkway and direction, and cut things off so that you couldn't just like.
Yeah, because walking from the hard stage to the harder stage was like walking from one side of EDC to the other side.
It was ridiculous. That was actually ridiculous.
That was a shit
My
show.
calves are still feeling it. My feet specifically are still feeling it. Yeah.
My bike was great.
But yeah, Scotty, dude, thank you so much for
Thank you,
for
Scotty.
calling in.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank
We gotta get to
you.
the rest of the episode, but dude, you've been so great, and thank you for giving a lot of people out there, especially older ravers, the confidence to know like what to do next time, so they can
Hell
get back into the
yeah,
scene.
brother.
Yep.
Absolutely. And come out there, people. Anyone that's watching, please come to a festival. I don't care if you're 19, 12, if you're 20, you got to be 21 in some festivals, but whatever your age is, we're happy to have you, and come to the scene and bring your energy, and we'll definitely find you a rave fan that's right for you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Beautifully said.
yeah.
Thanks
President
so much, Scotty.
Catch you
All
later.
right, be safe, everyone.
Bye,
All
Scotty.
right, we'll talk to you
Bye.
later. Love that guy.
Well, I
Love
love
that
Scotty.
guy.
Yeah, that's very insightful
Yes,
information.
I have like the best conversation with Scotty.
Yeah.
This opened up a whole bunch of new ideas for what we could be doing on this podcast. But like, because there's other people that I would love to have on the podcast, not necessarily as a full on guest, but like people who have like really cool insight. Like for example, granted, I would love to have Thor on here like physically because that
Oh,
orange haired man is amazing, but the whole steady cam operating for music festivals is just so cool. Getting an insight on how all that works, getting insight on like stage hands and like all the things that the back end of
Yeah,
like
the VJs.
Yeah.
the VJs are
wanna
so
I want to
talented.
talk to some VJs
Yeah.
because they're like pressing the buttons as like it's all live. So
Yeah.
they're like,
Yeah.
I've watched, and the crazy part is they're not even looking. It's like a keyboard to them. They're just
Yeah.
like it's like muscle memory.
It's a
crazy.
QWERTY keyboard.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
pyrokinetics, or is it Technics?
Pyro.
Pi-
Oh,
I
pyro.
don't know.
Actually, someone corrected us on one time.
Yeah,
on that
exactly. That's
error.
why I'm like,
I can't
not
remember
sure.
what it
pyro
was.
is just the fire. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like
The people who do
or the
it.
people
Yeah.
who do the pyro and stuff like that's also another
I
thing.
didn't want to press the button.
Yeah, all the way up.
Oh, speaking
Well,
of
on
that,
Vinny's episode.
speaking of that, the hard summer fireworks are pretty good.
Fire?
The fireworks.
Oh,
At
the
end.
fireworks.
Yeah, there were fireworks.
They were good. I actually, I really like the fireworks.
no fireworks.
You don't remember?
Okay, I remember hearing them. I think now
They were at Skrillex at the very end, and it was just like it was.
Yeah, we
he
were
timed it
we
and
were at
everything.
Yellow Claw.
Interesting.
No, because we were
and,
yelling over the fireworks. That's
yeah,
probably
we were
why.
Yellow Claw and
we were
Flosstradamus.
screaming. We were going.
Okay, that's. I wish you would have had checked your phone. I'm so upset
I
still.
know, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna tell you guys a little story. I'm not upset about it anymore, but I was a little butthurt. I was booty tickled. Not butthurt. Butthurt's higher, so lower than that. I was booty tickled. One of the worst feelings I think at a festival is losing your friends for the last hour and then being unable to find them. So this has happened twice. Hard summer 20 some shit. I left. I don't remember why I left, and my group had these are like fraternity brothers. I love all of them, but I know they were super, inebriated on pre-workout, all that jazz. We had a totem, but they put it on the floor. So I could not find the totem for the life of me, and I kept texting like, somebody lift it up, and it was during Keizo, I think. So by the end of the set, literally within the last 45 seconds,
Damn.
I find them,
Yeah.
and that means I was looking for them for the entire set. So
Yeah.
I didn't get to enjoy it at all since I was just like looking and looking and looking. But I've learned from that lesson, and like, if you can't find your friend, embrace the chaos,
Yes,
embrace the music.
yes.
You will find them.
Yeah.
And if you don't, embrace the music, because it is such a shitty feeling to like be looking for your friends the entirety of a set.
Yeah,
When
Yeah.
you could be enjoying the music and then finding them after.
Yeah, looking for your friends is very time consuming. Like after an hour or 2 hours of looking, like for day one when I was looking
Yeah.
for everyone,
Yeah.
me and Sean are like, you know what?
Just enjoy.
Let's just enjoy.
Just
you know,
enjoy.
we picked up 2 girls and we were like, let's just go
Yeah,
party.
because sometimes like the people you meet at the rave, like you're
Swingers.
gonna have the best time with
Yeah.
them. I'm still friends with some people that I met at the rave.
Yeah.
Just like they become like some of your best friends.
Yeah, and we randomly ran into Nan, I don't know if I told you, but we randomly ran into Val and
Val,
Jerry,
yeah.
who if you don't
Archer.
know, I don't know if anyone knows
I know
Valentina out there.
Valentina,
She's a Olympian Colombian archer. Has
Olympic.
huge millions of followers on
Olympic.
social
Did you say
media.
Olympian?
More so Olympic.
Sorry, Olympic. Sorry, she's been in the Olympics.
She's
okay,
an athlete.
Yeah, she's literally an athlete, and so we ran into her and her husband, which actually I met Val over social media because she found one of my videos way back when I first started making the TikToks, and we met at Escape, and I have not seen them since, and we got to like party and rage with
No,
them.
we've seen them once after.
Oh yeah, maybe we ran into
Countdown?
them once, but this was our first time actually getting to like
Partying
party
together,
with them.
yeah.
So like, and that would just happen randomly. It just
Yeah.
happened randomly at the green stage. We just ran
There's
into
like
them.
there's this one girl that her name is Bailey. Shout out to Bailey. The first time I met her was like in 2017 at an LED event. Remember LED events?
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
I liked LED events.
Really?
SD baby.
Well, it's because the set list would always be good.
yeah.
The lineup would always be good.
Yeah, so that was the first time I ever met her, and like I just saw her at every festival after that. But then I haven't seen her in years, and the first time I saw her in years was at a small rhythm show like a week ago, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Like,
Was it at
dude,
the Circle?
it was at the
No,
Circle.
wait, you were at the
Rhythm
Circle?
Tings.
You were at the Circle recently?
Yeah.
I'm dead.
I was.
Sorry, just because you brought up LED, rave dad tip: bring bottle caps with you.
Yes. Oh my god. Yes.
I get why they do what they do, but like,
Make sure it's Dasani bottle caps.
yeah, and then same thing with like beatboxes too.
Beatbox too.
Just remember, like, save your bottle caps, bring them with you. It's worth it. It's
I
definitely
don't
worth
know
it.
why the fuck do they do that? Do they do that on purpose so we spill and buy more?
No, from
people could, like,
from what I know, it's
No.
it's so that artists don't get hurt, because people will throw bottles.
Yeah.
What's gonna hurt more, a bottle where the liquid is falling out as it flies, or a full-on bottle? Because that will knock you out.
Who be throwing bottles
Who
at
be
the
throwing
artists?
bottles? No, you know.
No, it happens. It actually happens.
Someone through. Sorry, this is not a water
This ain't no
bottle.
Rolling Loud.
Is it a shoe? It's a shoe.
No, it was a phone. Someone threw their
Oh.
phone at BB Rexa.
What?
Don't throw
Why?
your shit
And
on
she
the stage.
she had like a black eye
Yeah.
Jesus.
afterwards.
But I think that's why in
assault.
regards to like water
It is,
bottles
yeah.
and shit like that. Like I at first when I was told this, I thought it's like beating each other up with a bottle,
I've
but I
never
realized it has nothing to do with that. It's someone just choosing to throw a bottle.
I've
like
never seen anyone throw anything at like a DJ.
Yeah,
I'm
yes,
proud of
but-
our community
Whoa,
for,
whoa, whoa,
for that.
whoa. People climb
But-
on
but-
DJ booths.
Yeah.
But let's also remember, it's not just the DJs that you're trying to protect. Imagine if you just threw a full water bottle randomly into a crowd.
Interesting.
It's still gonna hit someone in the face,
Oh my
maybe.
god, those balls! I'm sorry, those balls at Skrillex. Fuck
Oh
those
yeah,
balls.
dude, one hit me in the head.
I
That's
got
so weird.
knocked out. I felt like the entire time I was there, I was
Wasn't
like
those,
fighting for
those
my
big
life.
white ones?
Yes,
Yeah.
fuck those balls. They were hard.
balls.
They were
Fuck your-
hard.
fuck them
They
balls.
were heavy.
Fuck them white
I was
balls.
trying to dodge them, and like I just saw people start popping them. I'm like,
Sorry, because we got like 5 more minutes, and then we really do need to be packing up because we're gonna kicked out of the room. It's been a long time since this happened. We've been talking for a while, but I know you wanted to do this. I think we should shout out 3 artists that we have been listening to lately that we think more people should be listening to or check out.
Wait, and can I add a caveat?
Yeah.
Not popular artists.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got
okay,
it.
wait, I
3
need to-
artists that people don't
Okay.
necessarily have heard of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I have 2 already that I can think of at the top of my head. If you want.
I have Mazar, If Found, and Noel. Thank you.
Any other information you want to disclose on those people?
Mazar, he is really doing the whole pop punk, but he's mixing it with drum and bass. I think you'll really like. I think you'll really like Mazar.
Yeah.
If Found, he also does a little bit of pop punk, but he also does hard wave a little bit, and then he does melodic bass, and then Noel also does melodic bass with like some punky stuff. Yeah, I'm in the pop punk type wave
Yeah,
right now.
hell
That's
yeah.
me.
Got it.
Okay.
For me, I got Bass Tripper. Who Blank
Oh yeah, you
played.
just sent me a bass tripper
I did. I
song,
just sent you a
yeah.
Bass Tripper song. Blank played a track, and we heard it, and it has like this bass line was boom, boom, boom. And me and Sean are like, "What is this?" Shazam immediately, and then somehow like we totally forgot it was in like his screenshots because he Shazammed it.
Yeah.
And then it just popped up on my page. It's really great, really great artist, drum and bass.
Sweet.
And then another one, A-Trip. It's like Sutter House and
Sick.
yeah, sick.
Sutter House is so sick.
Uh-huh. And then another artist, really, really small. I'm trying to find his name. Like Angry Bird. Hold on, I don't want to butcher.
Okay, yeah. While you're
go ahead,
while you're finding it, my 3 would be one, my friend Ranks. If you've heard of Ranks Sounds, his name's Frank, but he is doing the whole dubstep and bass route. He's really good friends with like Virtual Riot, like Treek, all of them. So he kind of has that similar sound. Definitely recommend checking him out. He's really small right now, but he has already started playing at some Insomniac festivals, and his sets have been really, really, really good. So definitely go check him out. Another one is an artist we're having on next soon, Coastal, who is basically like Louis the Child meets Odessa. They're sick and they're so nice. They're so nice. They're going to be huge. I really do believe that. And then my last one is for all my drum and bass people out there. Please check out Justin Hawks. Justin Hawks. I mean he is up and coming for sure. And he's been in the scene for a while, and he only started blowing up recently after Better Than Gold blew up. If you guys have seen G Zoom's video on that, but you got to check out all his other stuff too, because all his other stuff is also really, really good. So yeah, those are my three.
Yeah, my third one was Angry Baby.
Okay.
That's the name that I was trying to find. Sutter House, really cute, fun, lifestyle vibes.
Yeah.
I do want to give an honorable mention to, oh my God, my brain just like totally forgot what I was about to say. To Hamid, is that how it's pronounced? You know Hamid? He does like UK dubstep style music. He played Hard Summer recently, but yeah, popping off. Literally starting to collab with a lot of really big artists. But
Sweet.
really sick UK dubstep.
Yeah. Nand?
I only have one in this moment because most of the people I've been listening to are more on the popular end right now. Lute. I've been really obsessed with Lute lately. Like,
What kind of music?
what is kind of
Lute,
Lute
okay.
is definitely not EDM.
They're not EDM,
But I
but
love
they
Lute.
have the electronic music elements.
Yes, I've been
They're
listening to
very
them
on their
years.
poppy
Years.
punk poppy
Got
type
it.
electronic music. Yeah,
It is very feelsy.
Dope.
It's very like emotional music. I will tell you
they're a
that.
duet, and I love
Makes
them.
sense.
They are duet. They are duet, and they're emotional music. I would say they are like they're similar to San Holo in the type of music that they make, like what their music is trying to say.
Got it.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah. Please go.
And then Grant, and then Faint. But you
Yeah,
know,
we've already mentioned
Exactly.
we've mentioned them,
Yeah.
and
that's just who I've been listening to lately.
might be having one of those guys on soon.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I'll go ahead and leave all of those artists in the description to check out. In the description.
Wait, one more question. How about what is the number one song that you were listening to right now?
Nova by Mazar and Livingston Crane.
AM/PM.
AMPM. Who sent you that? Yeah, AMPM by Noted and Maya Wright, I think her name is. Check it out.
Yeah.
They played it on the radio. Actually, it's that good. I mean, aside from the Jiu-Jitsu season 2
Me Plus
opening, which is
Me Plus You Sabai.
oh nice. Aside from the Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 opening theme song, which is "Where Our Blue Is" by Tatsuya Kitsu. I don't know his name. He's a Japanese artist. I have been
we're
listening.
allowed to bring in Japanese artists because the Red Wimps.
I have been listening to actually I've been obsessed with Paradise by Coastal. So, and you know, since we had them on, I think it's perfect to go check out.
How about you, Bryn?
DJ Tune It Up Dimension.
Nice.
Repeat.
Nice.
Especially in the gym. Oh my God.
Great song.
Yeah,
Great
amazing
song. Great song.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do have to wrap it up. I'm going to go ahead and put all our patrons' names on screen now.
Now
Thank you guys so much for supporting. I'm just going to have it up while we're giving our closing statements.
Popcorn.
See you guys soon on the next episode. We'll be on Nocturnal and Escape.
Once again, go check out the Patreon.
Oh, and the event. We have our event happening on August 19th.
Well, it'll already have passed by then. We're gonna shoot that separately.
Oh, shit,
but,
sorry.
Yeah.
Bye.
But
Wait,
yeah,
it is? I thought that when does this air?
this is gonna air right after the event.
So if you went, thanks for coming.
Yeah, you went to the event. Thank you for
I thought
coming.
this aired on Sunday. No, the
And
following
if you
Sunday.
didn't go to the next one or I'm going to hunt you down.
You heard her.
You should be scared.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. We got another guest. Well, I mean, I kind of gave it away. We have Coastal on next, so we'll be having them, and you will want to tune in for that. It was a great
We're gonna be on the
episode.
coast.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like, comment, all the good stuff. And
Subscribe.
Okay, bye.
we'll see you next time. Bye.